Mr. Bill Hughes, and he's going to tell me about him moving. You can go ahead and tell your story, Mr. Bill.
Okay. In 1937, I was in the 3rd grade at Burner School in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My family moved from 828 11th Avenue out to 1519 5th Avenue in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. It turns out that this new location was about 4 blocks from a lake, Forest Lake, which is about 7 acres. And I became a fisherman. I mean, if I saw a fish, I was going to find some way to catch him. And I keep trying till I did. And during this period of time, to the west of there was a culvert that ran under the railroad track where hobos gathered. And they used this pond that was at the end of that culvert. They'd take a bath and wash their clothes in it. And they'd all gather up. And when they all would have a little something to eat. It might be a can, or it might be something else, or maybe one of them killed a rabbit. They'd all put it in the same pot and cook it up, and they called it slumgullion. And that's what they had. That's all they had to eat. Now these people occasionally would walk out into the neighborhoods out there and work for somebody if they could. I had them many times come to my mama's back door and knock on the door. She'd go there and say, "What you want?" "Miss, I'm hungry." And she'd say, "You go out there in that barn and get a hoe and go over in that garden and start cutting them weeds. Now don't you cut out something you hadn't ordered. And I'll be out there and I'll bring you something to eat." So she'd get in the refrigerator. We always had old turnip greens and beans and peas and maybe some ham, maybe something good, and she'd feed them. Well, these people weren't dangerous. They just didn't have any money, and they were riding the train, which happened to slow down close to my house, and that's where they got off, and that's where they watched. I stayed down there with them people. I consorted with them. I swam in that hole with them. None of them ever bothered anybody that I know of. And it's a different time today. I wouldn't want to fool with them. But that's how it was back then. Okay?
You still have some more time, Mr. Bill. You tell anything you want to tell.
Want me to tell you another story? We'll start over. During the summer of 1950, when I was in my final quarter of school, my friend Barty Waters asked me to get a date and go with him and his girlfriend to the movies. Having no girlfriends, I declined. He then suggested that his girlfriend would get me a date with someone she knew. I agreed to the suggestion. She arranged a date with Gloria, who was available. To my great delight, Gloria was also adorable and very alluring. Gloria and I enjoyed many dates during the summer and fall. In late November 1950, I was drafted to serve in the Army for 2 years. The separation didn't kill our relationship, and during a leave in August of 1951, I proposed to Gloria. Being both brave and bold as well as beautiful, we became engaged and were married on July 19, 1952. Now it's been 66 years. Seems impossible, but it's an accomplished fact. Every day with Gloria has been better than the preceding because she is the most considerate and caring person I've ever known, as well as being cute. I love her and want to commemorate this day with a ring. And now that I've said my ABCs, I got but one thing to add. I'd do it again. End of story.
Alright. Stop. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were gonna say,
Stop it.
stop it. Stop.